guys, this is Dad. Welcome back to Dad's Van. Today we're going to be working on a solar panel install onto the top of the van. What I've purchased here is a Renogy RNG 100D-S. That's a slim model. I'm going to do 3 of these on top of the van, so we'll have 300 watts of solar. Now for mounting these to the van, I decided to purchase these tower mounting brackets from Impact Products eBay store. They come with all the hardware you need to attach these panels to the Sprinter OEM roof rails. Now I don't have the OEM roof rails, I have Rhino Rack roof rails, so I'm going to be swapping out the sliders that come with this kit for some trim down elevator bolts that are 5/16. Had my local hardware shop grind those down, and these are stainless steel. So that's what we're going to be working on today. And first thing we're going to have to do is drill some holes in the bottom side of the solar panel so that the tower mounting bracket can bolt onto that. So we're ready to drill these panels out. Now I'm going to start with where the panels meet, because I want to get a feel for where the hole pattern on these tower brackets needs to go. Looking at the diagrams that Impact Products provides, you basically want this last bend before the top bolts to kind of line up with the edge of the solar panel here. So I'm going to line that up like that. I'm going to go ahead and mark these. Alright, so when drilling these out, I recommend laying them out on some towels just so you don't scratch up the solar panel cells. Also recommend putting a stop collar on here so that you don't punch through. So this end piece here, according to the diagram, this should, the angle of the edge of this bracket piece should come out a little bit, just so that the holes we're drilling are not right on the edge. Go ahead and mark those. Now here we're only going to have 3. documentation, the nuts go up underneath the panel here, and then the washer with the hex Allen wrench screw goes on top. It'll be interesting to lock these down. Alright, so to fasten these on, I've got a 7/16 small wrench. I've got a 5/32 bit for my drill here. Alright, got my drill adapter. Snap onto that. I'm going to set my torque low because I don't want to strip anything. That corner one, you can't get the circular grip around, so I had to just use the open end of the wrench. And we got one unused because this only has 3. When screwing these on, you can hand tighten them pretty far, a little bit into the nut, but the best way to tighten them down is to push up on the nut from underneath and then grab onto the bolt head, then use a 7/16 wrench to get around the head of the nut, and then just with your drill on the lowest setting and with the 5/32 Allen wrench bit, go ahead and tighten that down. So the wrench will hold the nut in place while you tighten the bolt into the nut.
Alright, now we've got these 3 panels connected together with the tower mount kits. We're going to do some pre-wiring. Since I've got 3 panels, I bought a pair of these Energy 3-to-1 connectors so that we can run these in parallel. By running them in parallel, we'll keep the voltage the same. At around 20 volts, but we'll increase the amps. I think these are each about 6.5 amps. So we'll be at, 19.5 amps. Alright, so first, one of the combiners is for the positive terminals, so we'll take the 3 positive terminals from the 3 panels, and you can hear it click. We've got the 3 positive male connectors going into the triple combiner. And we'll do the same with the 3 negative female connectors going into the other combiner, which takes 3 female into 1. That's all it takes. So we've now got these 3 wired in parallel. And we have 1 male, 1 female output that we will connect to this 8-gauge wire that will go into the van and to our battery. Okay, so for the wires coming up from the inside of the van to the roof of the van, I got this Link Solar. It's a weatherproof, basically a way to pass cables up through the van and out through some gasketed connectors. So what I'm going to do is put some tape on the bottom of this. This is 3M VHB tape, and then seal this to the top of the van with some Dicor lap sealant. So the first thing I'm doing here is just trimming the tape so it goes all along the bottom. Alright, so there we go. We got the tape along the bottom of this, and then the wires will come up and through, and then we'll put lap sealant all around this on top of the van. So, looks good. The 3M VHB tape all on the bottom. That'll help it stick to the top of the van. You just got to push down when I take the
the backside of this tape off. Alright, now we're getting ready to put the cable penetration on the roof. We just want to think about where the little box that's going to allow that penetration is going to be placed. So I want to make sure that it doesn't land right under the edge of this part of the frame. So going from where the bolts are going to be, the edge of that box is going to need to be at least 4 inches in. Alright, we're on top of the van now, and we're looking at where that cable penetration is going to be. And things to consider here are what else you might want to be putting on your roof in the future. In my case, thinking about putting some roof rack bars, possibly at some point. But what I'm going to do for now is go ahead and place this in a position where if I shifted the solar panel array around, it would always land under the third solar panel. So we'll have 3 starting from the front here, going back, and we want this to kind of fall in that range of 17 or so inches in that last one. Alright, so like I said before, we need to be in from the roof rail by at least the edge of the box 4 inches. Now that's not going to allow the box to fit here without running into this raised portion on the roof, so we got to go to the next slot, and so that'll end up being about 10 inches in. Alright, so for the wire penetration, I have this 1/2 inch ID grommet, and the groove on this is actually at 5/8. So what I did is had to get a bigger step bit. This one goes from 1/4 inch all the way to 3/4 inch, and used this to cut this hole to 5/8. And stop bits are nice because they cut slowly each step, and then they also leave a nice smooth finish on the hole, which will be better for the rubber grommet. But first we got to get this painted. Alright, next up we're going to paint this penetration in the roof with some Rust-Oleum black semi-gloss paint. This will just help prevent any rusting.
on top of the van now. Definitely a two-person job if you're doing a large panel like this. And all the tower brackets are placed onto the track. And we'll go back and tighten these down once I've tested everything out. Okay, we got the positive and negative triple combiners hooked up. And they are going through the penetration into the van, so we're going to go try hooking up to the battery now. Alright, so for connecting the MC4 cable and the solar to the Yeti, I got this adapter cable that goes from the MC4 to the Anderson power pole. The way this comes from the vendor, these are actually oriented the wrong way, but it's configurable. So in order to get the red on bottom and black on top, which is required for the Yeti, you just have to pull back this sheath and reorient them. Alright, now these have been reoriented, and just be advised there's a little track, so you want to slide the black up onto the red so that the two pieces are locked together. And then we'll just go ahead and move this sheath up and try it out. Works perfectly. Alright, we're over here at the unit, and you can see we've got the positive and negative cables coming into our MC4 to Anderson power pole adapter. We're going to go ahead and hook that up. Watts coming in. Fan kicked on. So 300 watt solar panel in the middle of the day is giving us about 225 watts charging power. Okay.